Hello there, my name is Stephen Benedetti, and I have just finished my third year at Aberdeen University studying game design production management. Right now I am in Copenhagen, and I am a game director for a project called EUCROMA, which stands for the European Cross Media Academy. The European Cross Media Academy has ties with the film school, which has ties with Aberdeen University, and they select a handful of pupils from that university and course to come over and do different roles such as game directors or project managers. And we actually had one person do storyboard director, which is what this comprises of. EUCROMA sets on doing cross-media and creating story worlds, such as Star Wars or Terminator and Jurassic Park. And what we do is we try and create our own story worlds, and then we create a game, and we create a film from those projects, and then we present to companies like Microsoft and Sony. Now, I want to talk about how I got here, because I think one of the important facts is that I have not been in game design for 3 years. I left high school in 5th year, and I went straight to college to do a HND in 3D product design. And the reason I left was because I thought by actually going out and experience other parts of learning, I would gain a better understanding and a greater knowledge base. So I went to do this 3D product design because I was always interested in working with my hands. When I went there, I kind of realised that it wasn't for me. I stuck to the end of the first year, which gave me a HNC, which was great because that allowed me to get to the next part of my life, which was music. And I ended up studying 2 years at North Glasgow College to get a HND in sound production. But within that time, I also got to do some videoing and working with some certain things like Photoshop came from my HNC and 3D product design. So I got to work with many different kinds of programming. So I ended up going to Aberdeen University because they did audio for games, and I got in with my HND in sound production. But there was a point when I was in university and I thought, wow, I can't just do this. As a sound engineer, you have to make sound libraries, but I want to do more. I want to be a bigger part of what was happening. And I went to change course. And the first thing that the lecturer said to me was, well, first of all, we need to know the spaces. So I was a wee bit worried. The second thing he said was, I need to know what your qualifications are. Unfortunately, I never got my degree. I never got my higher English. I think I got a D for it, which isn't that great. So I was always a wee bit worried. But because of my previous experience, because I had the HNC in 3D product design, and I had the Higher National Diploma in Sound Production, and I had other work experiences within that sector, I was allowed to change course. I think the hardest part was the fact that I came into this course, and as I said, I'm currently a game director, which is quite a high position at EUCROMA. We have 3 different categories. You have the editorial board, the concept board, and so the design team, and then you have the production department. And the editorial board are the ones who are in charge and give the direction. And as I said before, this is from a hand-picked select of people who they normally send the best from their courses. Now, I came into the university third year in, and I had no ways near as experience as half the people here at GDPM. So I was able to use my past skill, my past knowledge, and the different workings of the industry to give me a helping hand and move forward. And I feel that if I didn't go to college, I may have went down the wrong path and done the wrong thing, and I wouldn't have the knowledge base that I have today. So I would definitely recommend going to college first, not just because it's an easier transition, but because you get more experiences and you learn more stuff, and you have that opportunity to find out what your true passion is and what your goal is. And you get to experience so many different things in life. It also gives you a good stead of keeping up to coursework and keeping to regulations. I found that a lot of people of university who've just been at university seem to be quite lazy, and they don't keep to the standards in a way because they have some leniency. Whereas in college we were in 9 to 5 Monday to Friday most days, and we had many different courses which demanded a lot from us within such a short time frame, which gave me a really good way of working. So I feel that it was essential and necessary that I actually went to college before I got to this position. And to prove my point, I only actually went to university for 2 months and 1 week because I changed course. So I've only been in game design production management for 2 months and 1 week, and I have just finished university with a degree. And in 2 weeks' time, I will be presenting to Microsoft, Sony, and Lego with my story world concept and my game concept. And I'm only 20. So yes, these tired eyes and stress lines in my face may not portray that, but I am only 20. So I feel that college was definitely beneficial to give me such a high position and such an experience. And also, I think I will be hopefully coming to visit you guys at Calderside Academy in August. So I'll be able to talk more about what story worlds are and what the experiences and the people I've actually got to meet here, and the opportunities I have had actually going to college and then continuing my learning and pushing myself to my limits. So thank you for your time, and no matter what you decide to do, if you go to college or university, remember there is no wrong, there is just only what you feel is best for yourself. And take everything you can. If someone teaches you how to milk a cow, that's great, you'll know that over anyone else. So always take everything you can and take as much opportunities as you can. And you don't have to decide right now what you have to do, but it's always useful to get as much information and as much learning out of anything you can do. So thank you very much. I'm Steve Benedetti, and I hope you have a wonderful summer.